وكل بدعة ضلال وكل ضلال في النار ونعوذ بالله من ذلك. My respected brothers and sisters, inshallah, we'll be continuing our conversation from last week. We, alhamdulillah, had a very engaging session last week discussing how do we strengthen the Ummah. The strength of Islam, one of the strengths of Islam is the unity of the Muslims. Our strength actually lies in our unity. And a lot of times when you as an individual, if you are okay, a lot of times that it comes to our lack of coordination. So inshallah, continue the efforts to work towards coordinating ourselves. It's on us to have the kind of human resources we have, Ummah at large. This issue is not just at large. This issue is not just an AMF issue. However, AMF is in a unique position because other organizations are in a unique position that it was set up Abuja Muslim Forum, meaning it was set up to be a collective in the Ummah that way and seek redress. There has to be. That's why there will always, inside you, you've not left it, you will not work with that person again. Inside you, you've not left it, you will not work with that person again. Even if you see and you greet, assalamu alaikum, you know inside you that me, I'm not working with this person. In fact, this person, I will not even be in an organization with this person. So, organization that is doing what others are doing, we want to jointly develop a new mission that we can have for the Abuja, that we can, because everyone, we want us to take notes. Malam will be taking us through some exercises that we are hoping take down his notes and share their ideas and everything. So we'll go through a basic 3-step process in our efforts to, we'll go through the Abuja Muslim Forum on behalf of the Ummah together. We'll go through a 3-step process. One is, let's jointly agree on our goals and our vision. What do we even want to do over the next 6 months, over the next 1 year? Let's have some form of focus. So Mala will take us through and attempt for to write down and make suggestions on what we think should be the vision/focus for the Abuja Muslim Forum in the short term, in the nearest future. The second stage, we will go analysis. A SWOT analysis is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats analysis. What is the strength? What are the strengths of AMF? We're a very old organization in the FCT. What are for us to intervene in? And what are the threats that are potentially there? So SWOT analysis is something that will enable us share ideas and know where we all know that we have strengths, and then we can move from there. And then from the SWOT analysis, we can now just dovetail into the specific activities that we might want to take on over the next few distance. So you lecture somebody talking for 30 minutes or 45 minutes today. It's going to be, inshallah, an interactive section where everybody shares his ideas and we take notes and build a new vision, a new direction, where everyone from here would go with a plan of what he plans to do for the Ummah. At least when we come to AMF, we are coming here on behalf of the Ummah. This possible and put his barakah in our consultation and our deliberation as we go through today's program. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. The hand of an apprentice, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I will start. That we're supposed to ask ourselves some questions. And Abuja Muslim Forum is as old as Abuja, if I'll put it that way, when they call Islamic organization. Okay, Abuja Muslim Forum is as old as Abuja as Islamic organization is concerned. So, having stayed this long, where are we going? And which route is the most efficient to get to that place? Where are we today? If we be coming from the 90s, that means over 30 years. Where are we today? Second question, where is the fastest or most efficient route to get there? It doesn't have to be the shortest, but the most efficient route. So, to look at this, perhaps some of us know more about AMF than the other. If we ask everyone of us, what's the mission or what's the vision of AMF? Maybe perhaps the Amir. No, I don't think another person can tell us the mission of AMF. Okay, Damas and I pick 5 people out who are the institutional memories. Perhaps no one else. Because me, I don't think I will be able to tell you what it is offhand. When I asked a question some few days ago, I was giving some sentences as a mission and vision. And it was too many for anybody to have it in his mind to achieve that your vision. And when these are clear, then you now begin to look for what are the resources I require for this journey. And that's how I was. So if I may read what I was given last week as the okay. Okay. Craft out to make it shorter for us, because I know there was a time we left being an individual organization to become an umbrella organization. Some few years serve as the mouthpiece of every organization, so that collectively we'll have better force. And AMF is supposed to have more experience of how to reach the authority. Now look at, okay, if our main vision will be to be a universally recognized voice, unifying and guiding the resilient Muslim Ummah in FCT. So we want to be a universally recognized voice, unifying and guiding the resilient Muslim Ummah in FCT. That's the vision. Meaning that our major job is to protect yourself. Your job is to protect yourself. We can't do it alone. We're going to do it with everybody. So our role is to make sure we harness all our resources together to achieve a result. I remember recently China said they have a bomb they call 61. Said they have a bomb they call 61. Now, meaning that if you had used one nuclear warhead to not achieve the result that 60, will achieve. Or that not been enough, 60 will achieve. Or that not been enough, they put more dangerous hydrogen, one on top. They put more dangerous hydrogen, one on top. So, fine, and guiding the resilient Muslim Ummah. Is that okay with what we think is our new vision? Is that okay with us? Why the world is resilient? Sorry? Why the world is resilient? Resilient. Persistence. We want to, is it a wither the weather? Wither the weather, what they call it? We want to survive all weather. Because things are changing. So if I'm going to be resilient, it means one MD of Nokia who was sure we did nothing wrong. Meanwhile, he did MD of Nokia who was sure we did nothing wrong. Meanwhile, he did something very wrong. When everybody was changing, he was too comfortable to change until the change left him behind. But if we think we should take the word out, we can agree. We take the word out, it make it shorter. So guiding the Muslim Ummah. So guiding the Muslim Ummah in FCT.
So I think we should discuss this now. Malam, at the back, are you hearing him clearly from the back? Nam? Malam, at the back, are you hearing him clearly from the back? Nam? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So
now, I said, okay, let me stand up. As AMF, Fujian Muslim Forum, over 30 years. Fujian Muslim Forum, over 30 years. We should ask ourselves, where are we? Ask ourselves, where are we now? And then we should ask the second question, where are we going? Am I audible now? Good. And then we should ask ourselves, if we now know where we're going, what's the most efficient way to get there? And I didn't say the most efficient route to get there is what we're now asking for. And so we'll not get there is what we're now asking for. And so we'll now say, first of all, we knew that some few years ago, AMF rebut itself into an umbrella organization to face the new challenge the Muslim community is facing in FCT. Are we together? So based on this, are we together? So based on this, they carved a vision. Where the Amir said, let's just create a new one that we all came up with, that AMF want to be a universally recognized voice, unifying and guiding the resilient Muslim Ummah in the FCT. And Amir said, why the word resilient? Then I said, so we can create it now. By why the word resilient? Then I said, so we can create it now. By a vision should be something short and easy to remember, that everybody that believes in it have it at the back of his mind. This is what I'm going there to do. AMF should give you that advantage of seeing far than the young ones who are coming behind. Brother, yes, I like what you are doing. If you add this to what you are doing, it will be faster for you. Oh, don't take this route because this obstacle is here. If you take it, better for you. And when anybody benefits from you, he see you as his guide. So that's why we look at this, said, okay, universally recognized voice, unifying and guiding the recent Muslim Ummah in FCT. So, sorry? Okay, good. Now, if our vision is to unify and guide the Muslim community in FCT, what? So that talk about the mission now. And they will said is to coordinate all FCT Islamic organizations, harmonizing effort to influence public Islamic organizations. We coordinate them. Harmonizing efforts to influence public discourse. We harmonize efforts to achieve particular goals because, for example, when they cry for, meanwhile, we're the one marginalized. 62% of this government are Christians. The president said it himself, not that I am copying somewhere else. So who is marginalized? Whatever you call of them, from DSS to whatever it is them. But do we have a voice to counter it? No, do they have a voice that counter it? So that's one of the duties response. So you don't react. We'll be able to coordinate and respond, but this requires a lot of capacity. And when we're able to do that, we'll now unify Muslim homes. Pray behind this one. Me, I cannot do this with this one. But that same person will run business with a Christian. So you now begin to ask himself, asking, depends, I said, La ilaha illallah doesn't say it at all. Who should be closer to you more than the other? Organization, harmonizing effort to influence public discourse and direct the Ummah's response and unify Muslims. We'll look at this. If it's too long, we can also reduce it. Or if we think we should change the wordings there, let's suggest. Recently, I didn't come with the remote to set it for.
Sorry, I have, even though we prepared it together, but still, there is a salient point, the voice for the Muslim community. I'm thinking that there are I'm trying to separate it into two parts now. We have our own internal structure. And then we have the things that maybe the enemy or the public is throwing at us. With what somebody said, with what. So in my head, I'm thinking, should we be focused on our economic issues? Because we might not be able to do everything. Between the higher priority, between building our socio-economic capacity, our economic capacity, or social or socio-political response. Get in touch. Jazakallah khair. Madam. Now say it in your own words. Okay. Do we have the capacity to take on the two? Take the two together.
to lay a foundation. Abuja Muslim Forum, as at now, is the only organization I know that does not have members' contribution on a periodic basis. We only open one old carton on Thursday and a donation for all to give what we can do for that particular problem. For that particular problem. The Board of Trustee members, the patrons, about 6 in number, we are not even in touch with them. This is a real foundation for the basis for this discussion. I don't want to lament.
Yes.
Because when you say we can, yes, we now. Let us reflect as we contribute to some of these issues.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khairan. When I say, where are we now?
So I just. Just call this stream. Jazakallah khair. I think this is getting interesting.
At least don't forget about the membership. That was the starting point.
Some of the conversation we have had with Malam is that we need to decide how we want to address this issue. We have the option of this is where we are, and this is the challenge of it. You said AMF is like the flagship. I would say AMF was this flagship. That time is past. Now, why where did this? And I asked myself, what are we putting on the table? How is an organization, some other organization, able to start 2-3 years ago, put something fantastic on the table, and they attract the support and the attention of the Ummah? Could it be that we are a bit reliant on our past glory and we are not putting new ideas and new solutions on the table? So I'm thinking that if we can take new focus, that look, this is where we want to go. I believe that, like Malam said, there are people within this Ummah that if we put a serious plan on the table that is very relevant to today, and they can see the benefits to the Muslim Ummah, I believe a lot of people are out there that will stand up, young people and even old people that will stand up to support the mission. So I'm of the opinion that we should rub minds, focus on this issue of vision and the problems that we want to solve. If we put that problem on the table, I have a feeling that we can attract the attention, the membership, and even the funding that we've been talking about. Many of us here run businesses and we find ways to fund it. So we never know somebody that knows somebody. As long as the thing makes sense, I'm of the strong opinion that we will be able to find the solution, the way to execute our problem. Which takes us back again to if we are to pick a focus. Because one thing is the vision, the longer term overarching vision about where are we going. Where are we? I think we didn't end up answering that question properly, but
yes.
Damotani has told us the reality of where we are. Now, with respect to vision, where are we going? This is where we are. We are in a situation where we were the flagship, but for one reason or the other, we are not currently the flagship. We are not currently the umbrella that we would want to be. Where do we want to go? Do we want to first focus on the social side or the internal cohesion? How do we even bring, before we even speak? Maybe some people, like it has been said, we might need to run the two together. Put the idea in front that we want to speak for the Ummah across even political issues. Finally, are we able to do some stuff? Are we able to bring people together at economic level? This is what I'm thinking. What should be our economic focus? Is there something, are there ideas here that we are able to bring forward with respect to the economic side? Because I honestly fear the economy. Money is always important. Any simple thing that we want to do is the money. How do we address the economic activities? Because the more we have rich people that can do work, if enough people among us can do work, but if we don't enhance our collective economy, then the number of people that can actually make endowments will be so few that we'll be relying on only them. After a while, they will start getting tired. So it's really on us to find a way. Donor fatigue will set in after a while. It is natural. So it is really on us strategically to be able to see what is hindering our economic situation. Now, we have quite a number of Islamic banks. Why is it that, can we facilitate a means of building, ensuring that we have some form of training and assurance for our members and economic activities, and talk to the financial institutions so that we can create a linkage? Because in truth, if you cannot finance your ideas, and we are just saying, sometimes we say we are doing capacity building program, we are teaching people to make soap, we are teaching people to make beads. If they don't have the funding, the capacity to fund all those things, it won't happen. So we really need to look at financing. We need to look at issue of trust, because immediately they don't trust you if you don't have a way to guarantee, you don't have guarantor, you don't have financial history. Even financial institutions will not give you money. These are issues that I'm concerned that we need to discuss about. Ya Sheikh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Must.
How do you analyze and then take decision? To me, two things occurred this evening to me. Number one, people are building estates in Abuja. How many of our members or Muslims that are in this estate? How many Juma mosques are in this estate? How do you care about them? We are talking of member. We cannot stay in National Mosque here and be talking of member. Those who build those estates, they must be a religion or place of worship. Are they implementing it? So how do you take care about their welfare? We are talking of welfare. Fine, it's good. So if you don't put all these things on the table, that's why I said we need data of how many estates in Abuja, for example.
Please, can I ask a question before
Yes.
you continue? If an estate is being constructed somewhere now in Abuja,
Yes.
between how do we get jobs and supply contracts for Muslims in that new estate that is being constructed, between how do we get jobs and supply works, and how do we get the owner of that estate to build a mosque, which one will be of higher importance?
No, that is, we always say the same thing. But the of higher up is the economic value we are talking about, getting a job for the Muslim Ummah there. But these things being approved in FCDA, and of course we have some Ummah there, we have to get in touch with them. That is contact. It is when you get contact, you know that, oh, new estate is being opened here. The person who is a plumber, who is a builder, who is a painter, and all these things, you can engage them. But we are ignorant of it. Most of the estate being built, I'm sorry to say, is our other faith that are the major bulk of workers there. Okay? Which is not supposed to be. Before anything happens, our brothers are in office. How regular are we getting in touch with them? Like my brother said, Adam said, he said these people, they have different co-registrations. But when things come together, they come together and have a common front. So, because if you don't tell them, if you don't make them to trust you that you can drive this car, they will not enter. You must show capacity that you can drive this car before they enter. And it's by interacting with them so that they see you. How many of us here now, for example? Okay? So this is my opinion. We should think that way or try to analyze how do we get these people on board.
All right. Jazakallah khair.
From Ayako.
Now, so maybe when you're ready.
I think we're running too fast to go into details. We have agreed now that we need the Muslims' economic strength.
I think that's what was missing.
So that economics is what is missing in this mission, which we must find a way to carve it into this sentence. And now showing the length in such a way that one can have it on at the back of his mind. Not a whole book, but should be a phrase that covers all this. So sincerely, there were advice. There are mosques in Abuja, so many of them. Big ones. They have WhatsApp platforms. Let the experts get to the Allah's mercy. If we have at least 5 people coming in, that's our best advice. Let all the mosques in Abuja be
spoken for a while, and it might be maybe because we are just facing this side, but really, we are concerned about ensuring in this event today, in our conversation today, people that will be interested in us building an Ummah together. What strategies or what, if anyone has ideas to share along those lines?
I wanted to say the local masjids or other Islamic organizations, which our father just said now. So he said my mind. I was thinking of saying collaboration, deepening our engagement strategies, forming group, youth group, new reverts, multimedia, all this we do it, but we can intensify effort in this manner. That's my...
Jazakallah khair. Any other
Thank
comment
you.
from the sisters?
She's
All right.
sleeping.
Thank you. Subgroups and collaborations. Get data. Now, thank you. 1 minute, please. Sir, please. Is that we have so many platforms, Islamic organizations, that we can invite them and everything. In my head, one question I have is, they are inviting me to come and do. I will check who are they, what are they doing, what did they say I should come and do there? Which now makes me want you to give things would we say we are doing that will make them show up or make them like super interested and be here?
When I came to attend the Mulan monthly meeting here in this hall, and I saw the meeting, that's my knowledge of it. I'm not aware of it before. What I'm saying is this: the mosques in Abuja are so many. We know so many mosques in Abuja. When we invite them to come and present paper, we are inviting the members, whoever is opportune and have the time to come and listen to the program of this Talim session. We are inviting them
And listen to lecture.
to come and listen, not to come and give lecture, to come and listen to the event that's going on.
Okay. All right. Jazakallah khair. Now.
Okay. Thank you very much. So what we have modified on Thank you. We modify the last part of the phrase on it, the unifying Muslim in all.
Thank you.
So that might include both economy or whatever that we're going to bring in later. Now, our mission will now read to coordinate all harmonizing effort to influence public discourse, direction to Ummah's response, and unifying Muslim in all facets. We will see how to make it shorter than this, but at least this will capture all, okay, this is where we're going. We want to be the voice, unifying and guiding Muslim in FCT. And we want to coordinate all the organization here, and not only coordinate their to harmonize their efforts to change the narrative in FCT. We want to direct the Ummah's response to whatever is coming up. We want to unify Muslims in all facets. For example, if we're able to guarantee our members for the and they become viable, we have done a lot of, even if we don't give them money. But you are serving as a means for him to grow. And then he's able to support other Muslims, and then Muslims are getting better. I think we'll now go to the next stage of asking ourselves, before we start defining those unique activities we want to do, what is our strength? For the Muslim in FCT, you want to know all the organizations here, what do they do? What are we going to do that they need from us? A bee will only fly to a flower that has got nectar. If a flower is dry without nectar, bees don't fly into it. So people only come to you when there's something that benefits from meeting you.
To request, if it's possible, please. We've shared a notepad for everyone. Can we take just 2-3 minutes pad for everyone? Can we take just 2-3 minutes to just put minutes, 2-3 minutes to do that? Put minutes, 2-3 minutes to do that.